There we go. That clap is for the cheeks out there that needed to be touched.
For all you that didn't get morning sex.
Because I had a long stream last night. I streamed for like 3.5 hours.
What'd you stream?
All kinds of stuff. I talked a little, promoted the Expanse videos, and we talked about the Expanse weekend a little bit more. Then I watched the latest CoffeeZilla video, and it's crazy. It's going to be a 3-parter. We're on part 1 right now, so I can't wait to follow that.
What is it about?
This is the weekend catch-up now. Officially, we're into it.
Basically, okay, here, I'll explain in a second, but like the rest of the stream, I'm doing a second run of Elden Ring. So, I need visual evidence of my Elden Lordship. And I beat the first boss last night, which I remember the first time I played it took me like several. Remember the first guy? Yeah. It took us. Yeah, I beat him, dude.
God, I'm not playing that game again.
But the CoffeeZilla controversy, basically, a bunch of rich people got scammed in an MLM-like scheme. Basically, this guy don't know much about it because we're only on part 1.
Yeah.
This guy was basically promoting AI trading.
I wish I was in on the ground floor of one of these schemes. Were they all like billionaires?
No. But here's the thing: AI trading. That's the thing that they get you with, right? There's a bunch of companies that are like, yeah, it's just automated trading, and it's AI making all the calls. It can't go wrong. But it's like the AI only knows as much as the market knows. Like if AI was so good, Wall Street would be fully automated by now.
Yeah.
Like all of these corporations will be using AI by now. AI can't predict the future.
If you want the real sure shot thing, you need insider trading. That's the only way to know exactly what's going to happen.
But the scheme is basically like they got a bunch of people to funnel, and not just rich people. There were like people putting in like $10,000, and I do feel bad for those people because they're probably gambling with money they can't afford. But there's people in there putting like $1 million in there, and it was basically, like a big pool of money, and then they shuffle the money around to make it seem like...
Sounds like a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what it is. And they make it seem like people are making profits, but it's really just money being shuffled.
It's just their own money, or someone else's money, yeah.
And then inevitably something weird happens that makes people go like, wait a second. And then
Too many people try to take their money out of
exactly,
one
and they're like, wait a minute, no, you can't do that. We're freezing transactions. Just stay tuned.
Yeah.
I don't get... I still... amazed that we have so much proof that says MLMs don't work. FTC even said it, but FTC still allows it
because they don't present themselves as MLMs.
Well, this isn't an MLM scheme, but there's like MLM tie-ins. Like the structure of it is a very MLM thing, but it's not like an MLM company. This is just some guy.
And one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like the Tinder swindler type of situation where they show you the money. They prove that they have it. They show you that they're rich and shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it works one time, and then when you go back to use it again, like, how come the fuck it doesn't work? You know what I mean? Like, they assuage your fears in the beginning, and then by the time shit's all gone and fully popping, it's already too late.
So my trainer tried to get me into something like that this past week.
Training your ass for MLM?
No, not for MLM. So like, I've been telling him like, I'm okay. I'm open-minded to try drugs. Supplements. Legal, yes, legal, yes. Pharmaceutical, legal stuff. So like human growth hormone, like peptides, that type of stuff.
Oh, like vitamins and
like
shit?
Steroids.
Not steroids.
Legal things that are legal drugs.
Yes, legal. So like human growth hormones is legal. Okay, peptides are legal.
Okay,
and those are stuff. And I've done my research on those, and those are safe, and you could do it. There's peptides for everything. There's peptides for hair loss. There's peptides for muscle building. There's peptides for everything. So, anyways, I told him about that, and this guy, for some reason, he thought I was a loser, and I didn't know what I was talking about. So then he pushed me the next day. He said, "Hey, I'm part of this company, and I'm selling human growth hormone topical gel." Topical gel, human growth hormone, and it's FDA approved and all that good stuff. And then I was like, cool, let me talk to my brother because my brother's a national doctor, and I'm going to actually ask one of my friends who is also an infectious disease doctor. So I asked both of them, hey, have you guys heard about human growth hormone topical? That is topical, not because most of the time, good human growth hormones is injectable, not topical. So then I asked those guys, and my friend, he said no, it's very susceptible to diabetes. You could be insulin resistant. I was like, okay, my family has a huge problem with diabetes, so I don't want to fuck with that. So then I go look into more about the company and the company, and it's straight up an MLM, and it says pretty much the thing is like, get your gel on. That's the slogan.
What's it called? What's the company called?
I tell you right now.
Yeah, we gotta let the people know, man. We gotta let the people know.
So my trainer
We're trying to get you with the goo, bro.
My trainer tried to get me on this, and I'm like, bro. And then like the next day I talked to him, and he's like, hey, so what you think about did you do your research and what you think about? I was like, yeah, I did my research. I'm looking for brain. Then
I have a quick question, real quick.
It's crazy. Well, I just want to say one thing real quick. And we're some of us were caught up in an MLM at one point. Okay, we've talked about this before.
I would like to point out that some of y'all was not included with me.
Yeah.
So this is what it's called. It's called Somaderm, and it's the company is called New Life. And so I did some more research on this company. I knew it was an MLM, so from right then I was like, this is not good. So then I went on Reddit and I did some more research on it, and they have a class action suit against them right now.
Yeah.
Where this girl who took it, she was dumb. I don't know why, but so human growth hormone, if you take an injectable, it's actually a great drug. It's actually an anti-aging drug, so it does a lot of good properties. But this one uses somatropin, and that's what my friend said. That's what causes insulin resistance. And if you use it, she was using it, and she was like in her 40s or something like that. And then like she said, in like a month later, her breast doubled in size.
Oh God!
And she didn't expect something like that. Other people were having like huge changes to them that they didn't expect. And those changes are expectable when you're taking human growth hormone, but not to a certain extent. And the worst side effects is like they were just getting like irritations in their skin. So that like human growth hormone shouldn't do that. So
turns out it was a booby growth hormone.
Yeah. So I didn't like, he tried to get me on. I was like, bro, I'm good on that.
Also, maybe just don't do it at all. It's just like
listen,
that's gonna be our guinea pig. We're gonna find out.
Hey, Jack's gonna be doing supplements.
But I wanted to add in about MLMs. I think back to that point. Like, I like to analyze like how I got, because like it's crazy that we sat through a presentation and then they mentioned a compensation plan. And we were still like, yep, no, keep going.
That makes sense.
You know what we got?
Not just like, here's your hourly wage for the work you're going to do. It's like, no, here's the compensation plan. There's 2 legs and there's points and you got to, and we were just like, no, you got, for sure, dude. This is revolutionary.
Mickey, I'm going to give us a now.
It was the adults.
Yeah, the reason why we got it is because a respectable uncle told us to get into it. That was it.
That was it.
And no shade to him. Like
no shade to him.
He got too. But that's what it is about this CoffeeZilla scam, is that like a lot of celebrities and like a lot of people, and again, it was all word of mouth.
Yeah.
Where people are just like, yo, I know, my friend is doing this thing, this investment. Look at this, and they show them the app and the profits. So like. It's fair because like when it's word of mouth, you're not going to ask a lot of questions out of that inherent trust of like the person who's
pitching it to you,
introducing it. But anyways,
KPL, yes, I have seen that KB video about this, but I do also have this question for Pat real quick, and I don't want to dive into a deep rabbit hole on it, but I have a question, a legitimate question. If there are peptides that cure baldness, why are there still bald people? If human growth hormone can be anti-aging, how come all the old rich people look older than dirt?
So you got to take this stuff and you got to take it consistently. And you can't take it when you're old. It's not like if you're going to be like 60, you're not going to look like 40. All right, you got to take it like consistently when you're like actually in your prime.
How long has it been around for?
It's been around for a while, and even Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Mm-hmm.
he looks good for his age. He takes human growth. Like human growth hormone is hard to find because it's you got to find like the good stuff, the pharmaceutical grade, and it's prescription. You can also get on a prescription.
So I feel like you picked Arnold Schwarzenegger, and my argument would be, hasn't he been working out for all of his entire life?
Yeah, he's been taking human growth hormone all his life too.
Wait, so like, is this something once you start, you got to keep taking it all your life?
Yes.
You don't have to keep taking it all your life because my trainer stopped taking it.
So what happens when you stop taking it? Like,
you turn into goop, bro.
You don't turn into goop. Man, see, these are fake, false stuff out there on the internet. Come on now, it's not like that.
This is HGH misinformation.
Yeah, there is like, look, my trainer has been on the stuff. Like he's been a pro and he's been on it, and like he was saying, like that is what helped him. Like your muscle can only get so big, but if you're trying trying to get pro, you got to get even bigger. And if you're not trying to do steroids, this is like a one-way thing, like another.
But like, what the heck? Like, if you want to get pro, you got to get even bigger. But then that's like outside of the realm of like what's natural.
Like, so like there's bodybuilders and there's pro bodybuilders. Pro bodybuilders like
right, but then
Kai Green and those motherfuckers. Those are guys.
So is it just socially accepted?
Yes, 100%.
In that circle that like, okay, these guys are competing, but this isn't like realistic.
No, so I don't know what you mean by realistic, because
it's not naturally attained.
So there's natural competitions, like natty competitions.
I mean, what I mean by not naturally attained is like, okay,
just no supplements.
No. Protein shakes aside, like that's food. That's like, you know, that's I don't know the word I'm searching for right now, but the consumables aside from that, working out, that's your own effort. But I'm saying like injecting shit into yourself. So
like Miss Olympia, those type of attorneys, like those type of competitions, those guys are most likely on steroids or human growth hormone. Like if you're doing there's also competitions called natty competition, which is just natural. But you could, when you see a natural bodybuilder versus a Miss Olympia bodybuilder, Miss Olympia looks like a fucking Godzilla like monster.
Yeah.
And a natty just looks like your average.
And that's what I'm saying. Like in the competitions where it's like clear that they're on stuff, and that's out in the open, right?
That's out in the open.
Everybody knows.
Everybody does.
All right. So then I don't see too much of as long as it's like not a deceptive thing where it's I achieved this.
Like if you go to Muscle Beach,
if they're open about it, then all the power to you.
Bro, I was in Miami. People were injecting themselves in the toilet.
I'm sure they were. Yeah.
Bill Gates is
fucking wild.
Bill Gates is 67 and he looks 67.
But he's not taking human growth hormone.
I feel like all the people that take human growth hormone also sounds like they be working out all the time. Someone in the comments just brought up, well, Tom Cruise looks young. Tom Cruise runs in every fucking movie. Like, you can't keep picking people that are like, I want an average person.
His own stunts to this day.
Show me a motherfucker.
How about Ben, my trainer? You should meet him, and he does not look 45.
Okay, does he also train people for a living and work out every day?
Yes.
How do you know it's not the working out every day and not the human growth hormone?
But like, cause I worked out every day right now without human growth hormone. I don't look big and I don't look younger.
You are also working out incorrectly. I'm saying your trainer is a professional who knows exactly what they're doing. I'm not saying Tom Cruise is a professional, but he does do all his own stunts and he works out, right? Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger, a bodybuilder all of his life. Like, you can't keep picking old people that are in peak fit. I want a normal old person who's just a rich dude who doesn't do any of that shit. By this example, Bill Gates should look fucking younger.
You can't take human growth hormone and not work out because it's not gonna, like, you still got to lift.
So it's part of a fitness.
So what I'm saying is like, if we were doing this a scientific way, you would take two people from generally the same. One of them who works out all the fucking time and does human growth hormone. One of them who only does human growth hormone, and one of them who doesn't do anything, to see if there's a difference. Because it could be that, I take human growth hormone, but also my lifestyle dictates that I work out all the time, so I look good, so I feel good, so I'm exercising. How do you not?
I can explain that. So there are some people that come to my gym that that are just natural natty, and then you also know that people try human growth hormone, right? There's this guy. He's a humongous motherfucker at my gym. He is, I think, 50 years old, and there's another guy the same age, and he does not look like the 50-year-old bodybuilder. And this guy's also like, human growth hormone is an advanced drug. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm saying that, like,
he's just asking, like, what happens to the human body if you only do HGH and not work out?
It's gonna be like taking like mass protein. You're just gonna get fat. But I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna make you fat, but it's not gonna have the same.
Because when people talk about the shit that's like anti-aging or that like peptides can reduce baldness, there are still bald people and old people. And if human growth hormone is something the regular person like you can afford, then how come
I can't afford it? Because real human growth hormone, it's like $1,000 to $2,000, and that's one vial.
All right, but then how come there's still rich old people? Is my question. Like, how come rich old people look?
Because they're not working out.
They're not working. They probably don't know about human growth hormone because they don't have the people in the circles to tell them about.
I think fucking Bill Gates knows. All right, anyway. All right. Well, we can catch up.
Well, you know.
What have y'all been up to? Pat, we know what you've been up to. You've been injecting shit in your ass. Spidey, what have you been doing? This weekend catch up also ties into Pride plans.
Yeah.
So I want your weekend catch up, but also what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm super excited for the Pride part because I've never gone to the Pride like festivities downtown. So I'm hyped to be walking in the parade with us on a social bus. Gang,
Woo, woo,
gang,
woo, woo.
Brah, brah,
Who's all coming to the Sana Social Bus Pride portion for the parade? Woo! Pat's gonna be there. We got Pat coming to a parade. It's gonna be wild.
We can't bring dogs, right?
It's going to be hot as fuck. It's going to be cumbersome as fuck. You can try to bring your dog.
I don't know if I'm gonna bring your dog.
How hot is it going to be tomorrow?
I don't. Also,
But-
if your dog
but then
poops in the parade, I need you to clean that shit up right after.
Yeah, but then I'm also thinking about like when.
Also, we'll be going in and out of restaurants. Like, I don't know. It's up to
I
y'all.
wonder if there's somewhere in downtown.
I'm not bringing my child.
Honestly, I'm thinking about leaving it at Urges. How far is the Pride from Urges?
Not far. Downtown is very small.
I wonder if I could leave Chester there too.
So, Spidey, you continue with your weekend catch up?
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna be going to the bike party because I got a bike for my birthday.
What kind of bike?
It is a bike. What is it? City bike code? Bike city code?
State
Bicycle code. There we go.
You got
Yeah.
a single speed?
Yeah, it's a single speed, and I can switch over to
Yeah.
fixed gear. It's
With
like-
a flop hub? Wow.
Yeah, it's nice as fuck. I like
Yeah,
it.
dude,
Shout out to my baby. Shout out to Bria. Shout out to the Normies too. Everyone pitched in and helped. So.
Hey man, city bikes. Mine got stolen, and honestly, that was a sentimental bike for me because man,
You put work in on it too. It's a nice fucking bike.
I know, and they're so fun because like you can go as fast as you can pedal, and that's like so fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's my fear now. Someone's stealing it. I bought a lock yesterday just online.
Yeah, dude.
What kind of lock you get?
Kryptonite, I think.
Can you not
Kryptonite
just
you
cut
lock
the,
boy?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Mine
Can you not
got-
want to do these? Cut the with the bolt cutter with the lock?
It would be.
Oh, I mean, you
Different.
can. It's just gonna be. It makes it more cumbersome. The bikes that get stolen are the ones that are easiest to steal.
Okay.
Every lock can be broken. It's just a time factor.
Okay. So your bike, you said it was like a single speed and then a fixed speed.
Yeah,
just-
it
what does
just
that
has
mean?
like the
There's
free
no,
wheel on the
there's
back
no
of it.
gears. You know how you can like change gears on the
Yeah,
bike?
yeah.
There's none of that. It's just one gear.
Yeah,
So
and
like
so
so the chain isn't switching between a bunch of gears. It's
So
just
isn't that harder?
Yeah, but you're gonna get more of a workout.
yeah. It's kind of like driving an automatic and a manual. Like you can just you're just more in tune with your bike. You can feel the road better.
Also, it still lets me do the like free backspin right now. But if I switch it over, I can do just the full on.
Nah, see, I can't. I'm not. I don't got the balls for that.
I like that having the backspin.
Yeah, because like sometimes you want to pick up speed and then just coast and just
Yeah.
be like, I'm alive.
Ain't no coasting around these parts.
Nah, man, you gotta let the wind hit you, because like that's a moment of just like you can just shut your mind off and you're just like, yeah, I'm just floating through the air right now. You know. It's just-
I want to address something Watchdog said. He says, I wish there were bike parties down in Louisiana, but the Creole food is making people lazy. Guess what, Watchdog? Last time I was in New Orleans, I saw a bike party.
Damn.
Rolling through the French Quarter, bro.
Dang, watchdog.
You're just sleeping on your city.
And I got it on video, so.
Sleeping on your city.
Damn, watchdog.
So yeah, we got weekend catch up.
Oh, we forgot one thing.
What's up?
We went rock climbing.
Well, yeah, I was about to get there.
Yeah.
We took Pat to the rock climbing gym. Mickey wasn't able to come, but that's fine. But Pat came and he did some rock climbing. Got a little bit of scraped up, but he did good.
I actually liked it. It was fun. I wish I didn't work out before because I was kind of already tired and I need to have a meal before we were rock climbing. But I kind of want to go there and just like spend a day and just like map it all out.
How high did you go?
It's not that high.
He went to all
Not
the.
bad. He did good.
It's
You
not
didn't
that.
do the tallest one, but you did all of them.
Did you fall from the top?
Not even fall for that. I'm not gonna let myself fall. Hell, no. When somebody told me you could break your ankles and wrists and shit like that, no. I got to work out for a living, so I can't do that.
I got to work out for a living.
I mean, not for a living, but
Nah,
for
we
my
know
life.
what you meant. Yeah.
Did you go over? Did you
I
see
mean-
like the gym and the cardio side?
What?
Yeah, I did gotta see that.
Why not for a living though? Like you might as well be a fitness. influencer.
Do I look like I?
It doesn't. Well, you can start with like a journey to your fitness, but like
Yeah.
at this, with as much time as you spend in the gym, you should be monetizing that shit.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also gotta look like a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger if you're
Not-
trying to find
Nah, bro.
Ooh,
Not
you
if
know,
you're just starting
Actually,
out.
day one to day whatever journeys are wildly popular.
Because there are dudes that look like you that are
It's-
saying that exact same thing
it's
about like why
relatable.
they don't go work out. So if they see you start that journey and then where you get to, someone's gonna follow that.
It's
shit.
vulnerable.
And that's a 100% Spidey fact right there.
yeah, it's vulnerable and relatable.
So I spent the week getting ready for Pride, but also, if you guys don't know, I have my own YouTube channel. It's Nuisance88, if you look it up, where I do film photography. And so I've been working on a new video for that. I put out my second video. Yay. Woohoo, shameless self-promotion.
Your first video was good.
Thank you. I also checked out your first video. It was good. I'm excited to see more. It took me a month to do 2 videos, but I'm about to try to condense that down. Here's the thing. This next video I'm making, I'm going to... So a roll of film for a medium format camera, for some of them, the camera that I use has 10 photos on it. I took 20 pictures, and I am analyzing all 20 of those pictures, and it's making me hella nervous because a bunch of them came out ass, and I have to be like, why does this picture suck? But that's one of the natures of shooting film, is that, like, you know, you might get a roll of 10 photos and you like 3 of them, you know what I mean?
It's vulnerable and relatable.
It is, but it hurts. It hurts so much to be like, this picture sucks because I misfocused. I misfocused because I was rushing. I was rushing because the light was leaving. And it's like all these fucking reasons. But I got a bunch of photos I did like off of that, and I got a bunch that were ass doo-doo butt. But we're going to be talking about why. And so I'm on a journey to become a better photographer, and like I'm doing that. So
you know what you should do?
And a better YouTuber.
You should. I don't know if you saw that video I sent on Instagram to you, but you should go to New York because they apparently got amazing lighting right now for pictures.
Yeah, because of the fucking apocalypse. Which
but like, I mean, take advantage of that. Because it's only going to happen once in a lifetime.
No, it's gonna happen.
I gotta show you these videos. It was this guy. He only uploaded. It wasn't even him. I think it was his son recording him and documenting him, but he only put up like a few videos. He's a street photographer named John Green.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I think you would really dig it because like his philosophy to like, you know, how to do all that.
Street photography is hard, but it's also hard to practice here in Indiana.
Yeah. Because he talks about like the demeanor he has, because he'll get like right up in people's faces and like, that takes a different level of balls.
I've tried to do street photography downtown. I kid you not, I see the same motherfuckers over and over again. Or like,
I am unable to do it without looking like I'm doing something suspicious. You know, it's like
pop them off, man.
All right, he needs my face to unlock my phone or some shit.
I have one more question for you before we move to the next topic.
Yeah.
Because you said you wanted to practice shooting, right?
Yeah.
So, and don't get offended.
I will not.
All right. How is photography like a practicable skill? Because like you know what I'm trying to say? Like what? Like how can you like fine tune your skills in photography? Because like you're really just taking a picture.
Okay, but you can agree that there are good pictures and bad pictures, right?
Yes.
So,
because you said like if you miss a focus, but that's just pushing a button.
I'm using. Well, first off,
what's the difference between a good picture and a bad picture that you've seen? Like what makes a good picture?
Are you asking me or Pat?
But Pat.
See, I may not have the artistic eye as you guys, so I feel like maybe every picture for me, if it's taken on the camera, is a good picture. But like, if I see a bad picture, it's obviously like if it's not like perfect, like if it's just like blurry, not focused, or like if it's too dark, if you're supposed to see colors.
Okay, so all right, so here's the thing. The first one was about the focus. So even with a digital camera that does have autofocus on it, you need to pick the right tool. Is your autofocus fast? Is it sharp enough? Does it always hit where you want it to hit? And if not, then that's on you, right, for picking a tool that doesn't work well. I was doing an old school camera that has manual focus on it. So I misfocused because I'm looking at a ghost image and trying to line them up. And so sometimes I think they're in line and they're not. Sometimes they're just not in line and I just couldn't tell, right? There's different things. And the way to come across that is skill. In order to fix that, if you clamp down the aperture, more things will be in focus. And so you need to know that going in, and you need to be able to run with that. Now, what makes a good picture and a bad picture are all of the technical things. Is it well lit enough, or is the lighting the way you want? Because you can have it underlit and that can be a mood. You can have it overlit and that can be a mood. You need to know what you're aiming for there. And then also composition. Like, what are you focusing on? What are the things that you're focusing on in frame? Do they have depth? Is there stuff going on in the background, the middle ground, and the foreground? Because depth can also make a photo interesting. Because I do think there could be a lot of good photos, but there's also a lot of boring photos. And like, what do you do to make your photo stand out? If it's black and white, then is your contrast on point? Are the values lighting? Is the light where you want it to be? If it's color, are the colors on point? Or did you pick something that's a bunch of mismatched colors that is just kind of meh?
But also, the biggest difference between like...
So how do you fine tune your skill?
But the biggest thing between like just taking a picture on the phone, you just click one button. But when you're taking a picture on a camera, you're at a professional level, you're shooting in manual mode. All of your pictures are, like Chris was saying, it's comprised of aperture, shutter speed, and your ISO, which I don't know what that stands for, but it's whatever. It's 3 elements that you need to combine into like the proper exposure and everything. So in manual mode, you're controlling all of those things individually to fine tune exactly how you want it to look. When you're just taking a picture on a cell phone, it's just deciding for you that like this is.
And your composition, so you could still use yourself. The way you practice is like, all right, today, if I'm going to go out and do street photography, then I'm looking for interesting people doing interesting things, or at least moments, right? Which means that, I don't know, how many fucking moments do you get when you're outside? So I need to be able to focus and be like, okay, that looks like that's about to be an interesting moment. And then I shoot it. And then I also need to have all those other technical things lined up while I'm doing that. So if I'm going out to look for compositions, then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to look for interesting compositions. I'm going to look for interesting depth. Like, you pick a different aspect of the photography you want to work on. You go out and you work on that specific skill. And I don't do it digitally, because if I did it digitally, I feel like I would focus less. I would just spray and pray and hope that I got something good. I'm doing it on film, which means I got 36 shots, which means I got 36 chances to get it right. It means I'm going to practice and really make sure. Also, I think each shot costs like 20 cents or something like that. So like, now money's on the line. So I really need to make sure I fucking nail this shit.
It's like going to the gun range. But
yes.
Like ammo's expensive.
And just being like, I have to do good. And then so you go and practice that. And then you also have to come back and look at your photos and assess if this was good, if it wasn't good, and why wasn't it good, and then go back out and refine. And then you do that over and over again.
So when you take a picture, you're taking a perfect picture at the moment. You're not going to go back and edit it, right?
No, you do.
I edit.
You do.
Plus, with film, you can chemically edit. So you can push or pull film. So let's say I shoot if I'm doing black and white, especially, you can like leave it in the chemicals for longer, and that'll make it more contrasty. So like, I also don't. I'm trying to get out of the idea of taking a picture. I'm making a picture. Like, I'm making this shit. Like, yeah, I see it here in the moment, but I'm still fucking with it way later. Like, I'm doing that work. Like, I'm trying to make something. I'm not just trying to look outside and take what's there.
In the digital space, it's just a format called RAW, which basically, it's just a big file with a lot of memory in it. So it like retains a lot of the information in the shadows and the highlights of the picture. So then you can take it into this program called Adobe Lightroom. That's like the most popular. And you can like, you want to get it as correctly as you can in camera, so you don't have to do a lot of editing. Like, it shouldn't require a lot of editing, but you can completely tweak it and change the vibe and do
more questions.
Since
this is a skill and stuff like that. Every time when there's a skill and all that stuff, there's competitions. There's competitions for this type of thing.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. I mean, dude. Like.
So, like, do you have 5 people going out saying, "Hey, you're going to take the same picture"?
No, the competitions are much more like people trying to get published in books, which I got published in a zine.
Hey,
woo! It was called Plastic Perspective. It's for this camera called a Holga, which is a Chinese. It's not Chinese, but it's a plastic piece of shit, and it's got a plastic lens on it, and 9 times out of 10 it does not take the photo you're aiming for. And that's why getting a good photo out of it is awesome. I have to keep rubber bands wrapped around this thing so light doesn't leak in and ruin my film.
But in terms of like jobs, I guess, like wedding photography, for example, the competition is just like everybody's freelancing, everybody's got different prices, but also having to have this exact conversation with every single client who's just like, I can take a good picture with myself, and why should I pay you $10,000? It's like, and it's like, well,
go for it,
yeah.
Right? But no, two things. So there's a YouTube channel where these 3 photographers basically, they go out and they challenge each other to take a picture of the same thing. And see who gets the best picture.
That's it.
A lot of fun.
Okay.
I think you check that shit out. That'd be cool as fuck.
That's cool.
And then, oh my god, what was the second thing? I don't remember what the second thing was. But that was cool as fuck. Yeah, I think that'd be a good YouTube channel to check out.
Yeah, man. So there you go. So, and that's it. And that's why I'm doing YouTube videos about that shit now. And it makes me worried because I don't like looking at my work because I feel bad about it. Anyway, that's why I haven't changed the music for that.
I remember the second thing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to the Museum of Art as well, because you can see a lot of different actual, like, there's some local artists as well that have put some stuff in there. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, and that's why you go to First Fridays, is to check out local art too, which is weird because you'll see someone with a photo. They're like, I'm charging $1,200 for this photo. And I'm like, some photos are worth $1,200, some aren't. Also, photography ages really well.
Yeah.
Because, like, let's say you lived in the 60s, right? And you took 10,000 photos and they were all just okay. But in 2023, now you have this 10,000 stack photo of just the 60s encapsulated. Look at the cars. Look at the people. Things are so different then, right? So, like, your photography, especially your street photography, ages very well. Because as time goes on, a bit like doing street photography before 2020 and then during 2020 and after 2020, if you did it all in the same city, you got a story. You got a hell of a story to tell. Something that'll be super interesting. You know what I mean?
Just couple years of empty streets in New York and fucking downtown India. I've seen some nice downtown India 2020 shots.
That's what I regret about well, it's a weird regret because we weren't supposed to be outside during the pandemic. But like when Mass Ave was all foot traffic, I wish I would have documented that more.
I got a little bit of it.
I got a little bit of it. I do have some cool pictures, but like I wish I would have done a lot more.
I was too busy focusing on not unraveling as a human being. All right,
Yeah,
we're deep into the. Actually,
what a time! What a time!
How are we damn near at the end? Did we start late?
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna run a little bit on this one.
Yeah, no, we didn't start till like 10:30ish.
Air quality. Get yourself an air quality app. There's a bunch of fires in Canada. We're not dealing on that one a bunch. Get an air quality app so you fucking know what's up.
Do you need
Especially
an
if you
air
got
quality?
asthma.
No,
If you have an iPhone, you don't need an app.
I mean, my phone tells me
if
to.
it's bad, don't be outside.
I don't know, man. Just get fucking look into it. Look, we got air quality issues. I know that New York is looking like not Cyberpunk, Blade Runner 2024. But here's the thing.
Something else to keep track of.
Okay, well, just don't.
It's not. It's in your phone. Your phone does it already.
Yeah, I'm just saying. If you get the app, it'll at least pop up as a widget. If you don't have one, or if you're
How did Canada get those kind of fires that affect New York?
what do you mean? They're close to each other.
The smoke just kind of drives down.
We're super close to Canada.
I know. Did you not see that other day when everybody
when
was like,
the
"What's
sun
on
was
fire
out?
outside?"
We're like
I didn't see that.
We're like 8 hours from Canada.
Yeah,
we're closer to Canada.
we're
than
less
we
than
are.
8 hours.
Yeah.
we're like 4 hours
Like, super.
from Windsor.
I see it as another country, so I just think it's so.
It touches us.
I always think it's far away too. Until I'm like, damn, we're actually pretty far up.
How long does it take to get to Detroit? 4 hours. And then you go across that bridge and you're in Canada. So
No, I think it's
the upper
I think it's longer than that.
I think it's about 5 hours.
It's
So I'm about to go to Detroit
It's
next
somewhere
week.
between 6 and 8 hours.
no, Detroit's like.
I want to say
5
I
hours.
want to say 6 and 8 hours.
What happened here?
I'm gonna type up Detroit real
But
quick.
even when you go on the
I'm
highway,
gonna hit directions.
you're not done yet.
4 hours and 4 minutes to get to Detroit.
Yeah,
and Detroit has a bridge right there in Detroit that goes to Canada.
Nah, man, pick a spot in Canada.
I'm gonna pick the closest spot in Canada, which is Windsor.
Yeah. Let's go to Windsor.
Okay.
How far is Windsor?
It is 4 hours and 4 minutes. My bad. 4 hours and 12 minutes.
Dude, let's go to Canada.
Hold on. Avoid tolls, though. You ain't avoid the
Hey
tolls.
man, you guys want to take a day trip to Canada? We can just
I'm down to go to Canada.
We can
I
just take
need
a
to
day
get.
trip
I have
to
to get a
Canada.
passport. Yeah, we can.
Who
can just
does? Yes, we
I have
can.
a passport.
Yo, we can just
Spidey,
take a
get your
day trip to
passport.
Yeah, I
Canada.
gotta get a passport.
Wow, that changes everything.
Well, we're gonna go snowboarding. What are we doing?
No, hold on.
All
When-
the-
What is Windsor?
Time out. You
All
do
this
realize that
time.
Windsor, Canada, is just the Midwest, still, right? We're gonna get there and it's gonna be
No,
like
man.
it looks like
No.
the Midwest,
No.
but it
Like,
says
oh,
Canada.
blacks, eh? Come
No,
on. All right.
when
All
you
right, guys.
when you cross the border, it's snow. You
Yep,
know, it's
yep, that's
like-
it.
All right, that's what. You know what? What's kind of fucked up? That's what I imagined. As soon as you get there, the lake behind you ices over.
You're gonna be in Detroit, and you're gonna get across the bridge, and it's not gonna still kind of be Detroit to you.
No, it's gonna go from 70
do-
to 32 degrees.
Do they do cruises on the Great Lakes?
Yes,
Yeah.
and they're great.
Like
Well, not big cruises, not big like Royal Caribbean.
But
or
they're
shit like
Great
that.
Lakes.
Yeah, but they're not
They're
big enough
they're
lakes for a cruise.
Yeah, they are.
They'd be really short cruise, but Lake Superior is huge, and they got stuff.
I mean, like not big enough to like do a cruise travel, but like to have a cruise there.
Yeah,
Like
you're
a
just trying
cruise
to do
line
some.
ship?
You just
Yeah,
want
you're
to
trying
go.
to do
You just want to go around the lake.
Bro, they're like mini oceans. They're huge. They're massive.
Hey.
They're not. I guarantee you, Carnival's not up in the Great Lakes, or Royal Caribbean's not up in the Great
Yeah,
Lakes.
I mean, they're not doing like a tour, but like they can be in there.
You can just get a yacht.
Yeah.
and
And
charter
with a
it,
small amount of Googling, we have found out that they do have cruises in the Great Lakes.
yeah, but it's a small boat, not like a cruise line.
No, yeah, it's a
It's
cruise.
not a cruise liner because cruise liners are huge, and the Great
Yeah.
Lakes ain't that
When I
big.
think of a cruise, I think of a big ass.
Okay,
But you
the
can
Great
go-
Lakes, a cruise liner could fit in the fucking Great Lakes.
No, yes, 100% it could, but they just.
But they're not gonna.
pointless.
yeah,
but they're
there
not
are
gonna.
cruises. They're just not on giant boats.
I would do it.
We watched movies this week. I just want to shout out the movies really quick. It aren't the movie that we watched, but D&D.
Oh hell yeah!
Super good.
Which
Really good.
Which
Was better than you thought it would be.
it's
Much
fun,
better,
but there's some bad news with the footage, and we're trying to suss it out.
Oh, what happened?
No.
You know the old corruption fairy.
We get more corruption. We stopped losing footage as much as we used to, and now we're just getting corruption.
and I don't know if the backup is.
Yeah, I think that.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. If we got to watch
But
it
it was
again, we
really
will.
fun.
Spider-Verse, I also watched that, and that
Ooh,
is
I
one of the
haven't
best
seen it
movies
yet.
I've seen this
I
year.
want to see that.
You guys don't want to react to this?
No.
Avatar.
I want to be a part of the conversation. I want to see things when they come out. I'm tired of missing out on that.
I agree with you.
I'm about to become the correspondent for the Normies. I'll take that L for everybody. I'll go out and watch these movies when they come out, and then I'll do the review the next day, and then that's it.
Chris, I'm about to join you on that too. There's a lot of things I missed out on, and I don't think we're ever going to get to it.
And then half of the time, we just don't end up watching it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Cocaine Bears. I could have watched that by now.
You definitely want to see Cocaine Bear. I still haven't seen the second Black Panther.
Ooh, damn.
What?
Yeah. I am that far back.
Get some cries on. All right. So before we get to the movie, I have a new segment for you guys. It's called Advice and Shit. I've gone to Reddit and I've looked up a couple of stories where people need advice.
Okay.
And I thought it'd be cool if we gave our advice. So I'm going to read you. We were going to do all of them, but we're running behind on time.
And then maybe eventually people can send in their things that they need advice for.
So I'm going to read you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones, and we're going to pick which one we want to do, okay? So don't just think about it in your heads and get ready to pick which one. Drop
some in the chat too, and maybe we'll pick one bonus one.
All right. So here is the first one. Just remember, I'm just reading off. We're gonna pick one of these. I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna give some advice. Things to do during the summer for a 17-year-old with no friends, no social life, and no car. All right. Desperately broke, and I need advice. That's number 2. 3 is boyfriend is liking half-naked girls on Instagram. What do I do? All right. 4 is I found a tracking device in my car in the spare tire that my husband put there.
What?
And then the last one is wife wants to get my kid circumcised and I don't.
All right, I think we could go through all of these real quick, and I could just give you answers all of them right now.
We got to read what we need to pick one of them.
Oh man,
they're all easy questions. I could just.
Those aren't. Wait. Can you spout them off just real quick again?
17-year-old who doesn't know what to do during the summer, who doesn't have friends, a social life, or a car.
Or money.
Someone who's desperately broke, who needs advice about being desperately broke.
That one and the first one are somewhat similar, so let's
okay. Boyfriend is liking half-naked girls on Instagram. What do I do? That was also easy, but found a tracking device in my car that my husband put there.
Okay, that's juicy.
And my wife wants to get my kid circumcised, but I don't.
Let's do the wife one. That was juicy.
Which one?
The wife one, the tracking device.
All right, tracking device it is. I'm going to read it off.
That's toxic as fuck.
Yeah. Hold on. You got to read it. You need context.
Yeah, we need context.
Okay. I found a tracking device in my spare tire compartment placed by my husband. I have a sneaking suspicion that I was being tracked for over a month now. Last night I was out with some friends and he knew exactly where I was. So I went through my car and I found a home. When I got home and I found a cell phone connected to a battery pack in my spare tire compartment.
You use a whole cell phone?
I haven't ever been unfaithful or given him a reason to not trust me. I am beyond mad and feel like this is obviously a huge invasion of privacy. I come here to ask what should I do with the tracking device. He doesn't know that I found it yet. I have considered running it over or putting it in his car. Are there other funnier options that I can do? The relationship is over. The tracking device was the last straw, so now I just want to have a little fun.
Okay.
Here's an edit.
I like this.
So she wants to know what to do with the tracking device. Hold on. Here's the last thing. There's an edit. It's super quick. Editing to add some more details. The car is mine, in my name. No, he has not been interested in making sure that the car stays safe. I have an AirTag in my car for that purpose, and he is aware of it. And he would have had a conversation with me about it if this was his intentions, if his intentions were good. Okay. Another common comment is she owns the house that she lives in, and she can't disappear. They've been together for 10 years.
Okay, so
what does she do with the tracking device?
I'm gonna handle this with all the true crime that I've watched. Okay, if a person is unhinged enough to put a tracking device in your car, then their behaviors are unpredictable. And if the relationship is already over, what I would personally do is I would contact a lawyer and like just let people know before I confronted the person. Be like, yo, I found just let it be known. I found this and I'm about to confront this person. So if anything bad happens, you'll know.
I'd be like, wait outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lawyer like involved already. If it's already over, then divorce is on the table, obviously. So like, just get your ducks in a row. And then, do something goofy with it. Like,
put it on a dog.
Putting it in his own car would be kind of good. Or like,
put it on the neighborhood cat. So he's like, where is she spending the night at tonight?
Now, what you should do is, like, there's got to be a local whorehouse, a strip club. Just take the car there. And just let him have those.
No, put it.
He's gonna be like, why? He's gonna be like, why is my wife at the whorehouse? What?
Yeah. Put it somewhere. Put it somewhere weird. Like,
go to his house in the middle of the night and bury it somewhere.
Put it at.
Well, I'm thinking this.
His parents' house.
So I want to be real petty about it. I want to be like this. All right, listen. I'm going to find one of the cheapest flight tickets I can find. All right, I'm gonna get my bags and all my shit ready. I'm gonna go to the fucking airport. He's like, why the fuck is she at the airport? I'm gonna put that tracker in a bag. I'm gonna put that bitch on a plane.
Just let it go.
And I'm just gonna be like, see you later, motherfucker.
And then like not get on the plane.
That's it. Nope. And then come home. Like, oh, what's up? Oh, you thought I flew to Cincinnati for the? That's weird. Why the fuck would you think that? Right? Like really looking them in the face and just be like, you know,
while you have your cell phone on and recording, like,
yeah,
you know,
it was on a
even
battery.
cheaper.
Make sure you're a one party state.
Yep, even cheaper. I put it in a bus. I'd find like a bus to LA. I'd find like the longest bus possible, and just be like, yeah, I don't know. I bought some luggage from fucking Goodwill and I threw it in there, and now it's on its way to Guam.
Was it weird? The phone? It was connected to like a car battery,
or to like a battery pack, just probably to keep the phone running for longer. But
like he'd have to come back and change that, right? Like how?
Yeah, you know what I think it is? He was tracking her so he could fuck around. Well, if he knew exactly where she was at, then he could be like, I know exactly how long I got to get my dick
that's
sucked.
4D chess right there. Then
cheaters be cheat.
I mean, he's already got the suspicious activity. If she's like, I never was unfaithful, I haven't been. Why?
This person's unhinged, and you need to like.
Oh, so
baby girl's
projecting.
He's like, baby girl. No, he's like, baby girl is gone from the house for the next 2 hours. It's gonna take her at least 2 hours to get back. That means I can get this side pussy right now, or side butt.
You never know. Could be getting it in.
That's an unhinged
thinking
individual.
He was paranoid. He's just out here being scandalous.
You got to think about yourself. I've seen this go down too many times.
True crime is ruining your brain. All right, last one is my wife wants to get the kid circumcised because a doctor. My wife wants to get our kid circumcised because a doctor we saw said that a study showed that kids with ASD or ADHD find it more comfortable when peeing. I think that's BS. There's more evidence for it reducing UTIs, which I get, but the doc says it's basically 50-50 whether it's a benefit or not.
Yeah, it's really...
So this says it causes more ADHD if you...
No, apparently it's... I don't know. I feel like I got ADHD. My dick doesn't bother me much.
I do think that's a bit of a... I'm sure there's like some medical benefits to it, but I don't think they like outweigh like... Because... I was born in India, so we don't do that shit over there. So I'm not circumcised. But growing up in this country, I did feel weird about that. So like I looked into it and I was like, should I get one?
Bro, hell no, not now.
No, I'm not doing it because like if they do it wrong, first of all, like it can like kill your sensitivity down there. So like. Yeah. You know, like I'm good with my situation as long as you you just gotta clean it. You just gotta
shower.
Yeah, you just gotta clean yourself good. You know, like but yeah, I don't think that's like. There's not like astronomical medical benefits to doing it.
I hear 50. Well,
as a parent, I would also want to, because like you can get adult circumcisions, like that is a thing. So like if it's a simple procedure, then I would just rather give like it's not my body. You know what I mean?
You know what I heard is I heard this. Your penis looks like whatever your dad's looked like. So it's kind of like a long line. Like people usually don't break the circumcision chain. You know what I mean?
So that's different because like my family is fucked up. My dad is circumcised. I'm not, and my brother is.
What the fuck?
Like,
why?
That's what's wrong with you.
See, that's like you keep shrugging up like honestly, most people, like 95%.
Don't believe the propaganda, bro. We're
So what happened was
the stick.
I wish I wasn't circumcised.
It's all natural.
My parents, I was born in Zambia, so Zambia like. They do circumcisions there, and my dad got his circumcised at a later age and whatever.
Whoa, hold on, time out. No, repeat that.
Yeah, he got his circumcised at a later age.
Yeah,
when you say a later age, you mean like
no, like in his like teens.
He was a teenage person with a teenage penis who said.
I just said adult circumcision.
So he got circumcised.
I mean, I know it's a thing. I just didn't know anybody who did it.
He got circumcised in a later age, but then when I was born, my mom and dad didn't think about it, so they just let whatever. And then, but when my brother was born, I think it was my mom's, someone in their family said, "Hey, you need to do this because it's healthier and it's good for your son." So my brother got it done. I didn't get it done.
I really think it's
I got mismatched cocks in your whole family.
I really think it's an America thing. I feel like a lot of foreign countries are pretty.
Yeah. I know
Supply
is
right?
African.
Because
right?
What?
He's African.
That is very actually technically African American.
Hey.
In the weirdest way possible. I wish I didn't. I wish mine would. I wish I had a choice. Just because Marquetta was like, well, if it was, I don't know if I would be with you. And I'm like, well, fun fact, you wouldn't have known until it was too late. You've already been committed to all this. You're going to back out because my dick looks a little different. Fine. But I don't know. It feels like I don't know, who doesn't want slightly extra dick?
That makes sense.
If that's how it looks anyway, just let it look how it fucking look. Damn.
Yeah, I don't really care either way.
You keep all your, the sensitivity.
Instead of a covenant with God, at some point. Anyway, so this dude, we didn't finish reading. We all think that y'all should figure that out. But the last part was, she's slightly biased as her family is Muslim, and she initially wanted it done, but I objected since it was not medically necessary. I am also biased as I don't agree with it. She stated she is going to go ahead and do it with or without my consent. She is not taking anything I say on board and just wants to do it. I'm not sure how to deal with this. Oh, how you deal with it is by blowing the fuck up. Yeah. You are not about to do some shit with my kid that I don't consent to just because you think, if it's an ear piercing, sure, maybe we can argue it, but you're about to anatomically change this boy forever? Get the fuck out of here.
I'll be like, okay, fine, if you want to do it, but in the future, if he asks, I'm going to say the truth. I'm gonna.
Your mom drug you down to the hospital to get your dick cut off. I said no.
But I think the kid would be okay with that.
I wanted to give you a choice. Your mother's.
If she's doing all that, then I get to choose the name. Your mother is a whore.
That is a Sunny reference. Nice, I was there for that one.
This kid is gonna be named Optimus. Dad's my favorite Johnson.
All right, man.
How old is the kid? Maybe just ask the kid what he wants.
I think the kid's a baby, according to what they're saying. So we're about to talk about the movie now, but before we do, Mickey, your headphones aren't working, right?
No, they're working now.
Okay, before we do, I want to play something for you because this reminded me of the music from the movie, and I want to see if any of you guys can guess what this is.
Ja.
In this downtime, I want to say, everybody who did watch the movie, please tell us if you watched it.
This is
I watched it.
It's a band called Clyde.
What?
I don't know. I was just
here. I got to turn up the audio for the phone real quick.
Just taking a shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark. Shot in the dark.
Isn't that that's a drink? Isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of echo.
A little bit of an echo.
Oh, sorry. Oh God.
We watched The Fifth Element.
Don't say anything. No, don't say anything, Mickey. Okay. Problem.
No, I can hear you.
What's happening?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This guy.
God damn it.
This guy turned on the echo.
Sorry about that. I turned on the echo button.
Hit the echo button.
I don't know if you guys know this. There's an echo button we have. All right, here's the song.
Reverb.
Does this sound somewhat like the music from the movie?
Oh, this is the Men in Black intro from WB.
This is the intro to Nova on PBS.
Nope, it's Men in Black, bro.
Is it Men in Black?
It's Men in Black.
No, wait.
Animated version.
Oh my God, how did you know?
Because it goes hard.
That's fucking wild.
But anyway, there's a lot of this kind of style of music in the movie. I felt like. Hey, y'all, we're talking about Fifth Element. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
What I learned is Debo was actually the first black president.
Yes.
Who knew?
We kept giving the title to the State Farm guy.
That's why he acts so mean.
Turns out.
But I wish they would have used Debo because Debo's such a big dude. They could have used him as like a fighter or something like that. You know,
man,
bro.
he was
He
trying
to be typecast, bro.
He was trying to expand his range.
Yeah. Also, R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
But yeah, what'd you guys think about the movie? We've been kind of on a sci-fi kick, and I like that this one is really Demolition Man meets Pluto Nash.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite movies.
Meets Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a good movie. I remember watching it.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, here's another thing too. This reminds me. This is slight off tangent, just about nudity in general. Mila Jovovich, you see her boobs like once or twice. It's still PG-13 nowadays. Can you imagine a PG-13 movie where you see a boob?
That was PG-13.
Yeah, it was. Bro, PG-13 used to mean something back in the day.
No way. That was my favorite. Well, not specifically that. Well, okay, what I was about to say. My favorite part of the movie is like how dire everything is. Like there's this end of the universe event coming, and then we create the Fifth Element, and Mila Jovovich pops up, and everybody's like, "Wait, that's the Fifth Element."
Perfect, bro.
Damn, boy.
Damn.
Trying to get them cheeks, though.
What's up, girl? You need a sidearm or what? Like,
this is one of your movie blind. I will say, all right. So I remember watching this movie when I was younger and really being blown away. I still love it as an adult, but what I love about it is that like it has kind of the same problem as Pluto Nash, but it does it way better. We're like, what the fuck is the tone? What is happening in this movie? 90% of the time you look up, you're like, is Gary Oldman leaking oil? Why is that dude in the hallway dancing for no fucking reason at all? But it worked.
Dude,
It solidly works.
I love movies like that where it's just this is the universe of these things, and you have to deal with it.
We're just gonna throw you in there.
Yeah, it's just an adventure, a literal cinematic adventure to go.
Yeah.
Like Mad Max. Like we're just,
It's just happening.
Holy
you
shit,
just get in there and the movie's happening, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? But it's got I don't know, the universe makes sense. It feels in there. No one feels like out of place. Even down to like I was gonna call him Corbin Dallas's weird shirt with the back out on it. Like what?
I don't know if they've added any
Weird.
more polish to it with any remastering like they did with Star Wars, but if it's original CGI that I saw, I watched it on Amazon. I'm like, this still holds up. This was 1997. Keep in mind.
Well fucking done.
That's like the beginning of CGI, and like especially the scene where like they're making Mila Jovovich and the bones are coming together.
I was like,
that was good.
I was like,
that
damn, this is well
But
done.
like, all right, so to go along with the consistency thing, like after that, she dives out of an aluminum foil wall. Like, what? Like, you see that, you're just like, what are y'all doing in this universe? It implies to me that you spent $2 trillion on a remake a person machine and surrounded the walls with a fucking aluminum foil.
Look, less is more, you know.
But and then you get the Kanye West music video "Stronger" has a lot of allusions to this and also Akira. But yeah, man, shit's tight. I love this fucking movie. It's weird as shit. Gary Oldman goes off. They gotta defeat evil.
Gary
Literal
Oldman.
evil.
Who's Gary Oldman?
He
was Zorg.
He was the dude. He is one of those actors that like disappears into every role.
Right.
Like, every role is so starkly different. His range is insane. Like, was it Judge Dredd where he plays like a gangster with like he has like braids and stuff? No, that's not. No, what?
No, but I do know what.
Chappie?
No, he's not in Chappie, but I know what you're talking.
You know,
about.
he plays like a gang.
Yeah.
He plays like a drug dealer in some movie. I can't remember though. But like, yeah, Gary Oldman is one of my favorite actors, dude. His range is insane.
Yeah. He killed that shit.
And it gets a lot of inspiration from Blade Runner. Obviously, you guys have seen Blade Runner?
I have not.
I have not.
God damn it.
Scary.
Actually,
Pat, you don't know that.
This movie was also scary, by the way.
What parts of this movie were
The beginning.
The beginning
With the
part is
giant
pretty
aliens?
fucking-
Yes, those motherfuckers are. Ugh.
the big aliens in the big suits, or the ones that look like dog monsters?
The dog monsters, and even the alien one that walk like this, and then they killed that one guy with some whatever he did, the smoke or I don't know, the priest
That guy had to go, bro.
But anyways, this movie.
He didn't kill the priest. The priest had a fucking.
No, not a priest. The guy who was figuring it out.
He died from literally seeing a fucking alien. His heart exploded because he'd never seen an alien before.
The guy blew something in his direction.
No, he didn't.
He looked him in his direction. He blew something.
No, he looked at him in his
what
direction and he said, and just passed out.
I can
The
tell you,
dude was
I've seen the
literally.
movie so many times. He doesn't blow anything to his head.
Yeah, the dude dies because he's never seen an alien before, and his soul shits itself.
I didn't even think he died. I thought he just passed out.
I thought he passed out,
and everybody was just assuming like he's dead. And
Yeah.
he's just like literally just like.
But the beginning, the alien shit was weird. I didn't like
You didn't
that.
like the opera?
No, the opera. The girl was also weird looking. And you guys were talking about how this movie is the set design and everything was good.
Yeah.
And Pluto Nash was trash. The alien chick looked horrible. You could tell they cut off a floatable whale and cut off the tail and pasted it on there because you could see the ripples on the bottom.
Are you watching with the perspective that this was made in
1997.
Okay, Pluto Nash was also an old movie.
Pluto Nash came out in the 2000s.
Yeah, Pluto Nash came out like way later.
Okay, well.
Also,
I will
that thing
agree.
was just supposed to be like it's the folds of skin kind of.
Yeah, it's alien.
But and then like they could have done the alien goo a little bit better. It was just like blue paint, But I'm just
Bro, the music in it, the
So,
fight scene, the intercutting in between that.
What did you think of the movie? Because you were waxing off out there.
yeah. So you guys said this was
Take it away.
So
Pat. Take it away.
As much as you guys hated Pluto Nash for this reasons, like not knowing his tone, not the set design, the lighting. I feel like the same thing happened with Fifth Element. Everything was off. What was the tone about it? It's just end of the world, but then they were trying to have some comedy in it. And on top of that, like the flying around. If someone drops into you, why you running off with the police, chasing off. That didn't make sense to me, especially you only had one.
It was his whole reason. He's like, she's fucking pretty, so I saved her.
Which this movie works on many levels, and on a literal level, this movie is about a man making love to his gun. Like that's
it also it has a movie trope in it called Born Sexy Yesterday, which is one of these tropes where like Mila Jovovich's character Lilo, super hot, super confident, recently born, so she doesn't know a lot about the world, but she's all sexualized and shit. You get that a lot in movies.
I will admit I went on a Mila Jovovich movie binge after I saw this movie, because I think this is the first movie I saw her in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so what else is she in? Because I wanted to see all of them.
Isn't it? She's not. What is
she's in all the Resident Evils.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
And now Monster Hunter, but she's in some good high art movies as well. Like she doesn't.
What'd you think about Chris Tucker?
Oh, Chris Tucker. So Chris Tucker is one of my favorite actors, and they did him horrible.
How did they do him horrible?
They did him horrible. They made him a whiny ass motherfucker with high pitch. Come on, man.
They made him Prince in space.
He's not Prince.
Incredible.
He's not Prince. How is he not Prince in space?
Because he made him whiny. He had no career. They made him just a whiny person. Made him he was he couldn't he could have helped Bruce out and fight a little bit, but no, they just made him like a little bitch and say you can't do nothing.
Oh, he can't do nothing. He's not a fucking rock star. He's not banging bitches in the back of the plane. He doesn't have one of the top radio things on of all time. He signed an autograph by dipping a paintbrush into red paint and running it over the pages, and people freak the fuck out.
Yeah, but Chris Tucker, they made him whiny.
Pat, this is one of his most iconic roles. Right?
This is literally his best role to me.
You wanted him to pick up the gun and get at it.
Yeah.
He's not an action star.
Have you seen Rush Hour?
Have you seen Prince? Does Prince pick up the gun and get at it?
I don't know Prince like that, so.
Well, he was told to be Prince.
Okay.
Just saying, he wasn't supposed to be an action star. He's supposed to be a fucking rock star caught up in some shit where he's like, I don't do this, Corbin. I don't shoot people.
One scene when him and Bruce were pushing, going underneath the thing and pushing it, he was screaming so horribly, it made my ears bleed, bro.
It's hilarious.
But there were some good elements to the movie. I feel like if they got the tone right and focus more on the evil aspect of this movie, it would have been better. The evil ball thing, I want to know more about the evil ball thing instead of just evil.
You only want to know more about it so you can like it.
Some questions.
Trying to build a relationship on it, trying to find out.
And also Zorg. This man went all the way to that hotel, whatever the carnival place,
with that super cool gun.
Yeah.
He went there, left, and he knew he planted a fucking bomb there. And why did you go back in?
Well, because he turned off his own bomb.
Yeah, he turned off, but he still blew up.
Because there was another bomb there he didn't know about. The fucking, I forget what the alien race is, the ones that look like dogs.
I want to say Krolotans, but I feel like that's Star Wars.
No, Krolotans,
that's Young Justice.
Young Justice.
Oh, shit. And then how did these motherfuckers survive the first bomb when he blew them up?
Which one?
Remember when they pushed a button on the gun and they all blew up?
He got those were just the gun. The guns were bombs.
Some of them got.
So how come they didn't die?
Some of them got injured. Some of them died.
Yeah.
You literally see the main one. I forget Alton or whatever.
Alton,
he was over there. He's all bloodied and shit. He's like, they're made out of giant alien shit.
Yeah,
you don't know what their fucking bones are made out of.
That's the last thing he does. He's laying there on the ground with a button to blow up that second bomb.
So. One, I'm glad we watched this because this movie, as far as it's all over the place, and I love it. It's one of my. I've watched it a bunch. The Fifth Element is.
Look, man, the 90s were a great time for movies.
Yeah.
Straight up, some of the best movies are from the 90s because dinosaurs and NASA. That was the 90s,
Jurassic
man.
Park was the truth,
and
bro.
we got some great. I think some of the best sci-fi comes from the 90s and the early 2000s because it was we were just as a society enthralled by NASA, and I hope we
Challenger happened in 90s.
I hope we get
quick,
back there. I know, but it's not I know cool shit is still happening SpaceX and all that, but I just feel
No, 90s. I was agreeing with you. I was saying 90s is peak. We almost sent Big Bird to space.
America as a whole just
sent
isn't
Big
about
Bird to
space
space.
no more, and I wish we.
I do think the flying scene that they did was really good. Like when Bruce was actually running from the police.
Yeah.
The flying.
When they dropped.
Yeah, everything to do.
sick.
That was cool. That was really cool.
97, man. That shit was wild.
That's pretty dope.
Someone asked if anyone stole the show for you in the movie.
What do you mean?
I'm Chris Tucker's. I remember this. My grandma was always like, I like Chris Tucker, but in this role, I don't know. And I was like, Grandma, I love this shit. And she's like, he's just kind of feminine. You know, she's a grandma. It took her a while. She came around though. She came around eventually to the cause. But like, yeah. I'm like, one, sure, he's acting flamboyant, but literally he's doing Prince. Like, this is essentially fucking Prince. He's still in here being super heterosexual, damn near misogynistic to a fucking point. Yeah. So, like, what's the argument that was being made here? But I just remember, Chris Tucker in it steals the show. I think his performance is hilarious. I think it's on point, and I also think it's cool. Like, seeing a cosplay like that, I'd be like, damn, you're on fucking point. And him being super on it about, like, his, like, the radio thing, where he, like, yells at Bruce Willis. He's like, listen, and he's like, you need to have more than 2 words vocabulary. Like, I'm trying to put on the show. It's supposed to be hype. Like, he cares about his art. Like, I fucks with that. I fucks with that heavy. And I think that stands out for me.
Yeah, I think the person that stole the show for me was probably the priest.
Yeah, I like the priest. The priest does right. He's low key. He does a really good job.
Yeah, he does.
He did a good job. The one person that I thought they could have done the movie without was the priest's apprentice. Because
yeah,
he didn't like.
But he's like a side character.
Yeah, a little bit of comedy.
Also, I know you guys are in love with the girl. I didn't see an infatuation with her. Like, she didn't, like, her acting was okay.
Mila Jovovich?
No.
Mila Jovovich, multipass.
I never thought she was actually super attractive, but she's just not my type.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I like her character. I think her character is iconic, especially for like sci-fi.
Yeah,
how they built her, that was dope. How they built her, that was really cool.
I've seen people at cons dressed as her, and they're just like, Lilo Dallas multipass.
Multipass.
It's hilarious.
That's just gold.
What about you, Spidey? Who stole the show?
Man, that whole thing was gold to me. Really, the blue lady doing the dance, that was her. And the singing,
it's like
her singing.
Well, apparently it's like 7 different people singing all like mixed in.
Oh,
when she does that thing where she hits the ring so low, that's like impossible. No, I don't think it's possible for a person to have a range that low and that high. So they mixed a bunch of people in singing, but then also they cut the opera with the fight scene, and they bring in the weird 90s drums.
And she was singing like,
she goes cold, man.
She was really good. I like her singing. She was like that when they brought the fight scene in her. That was really dope.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was a good opportunity to flesh out the story a little bit better, and they just focused more on Bruce and the girl.
That's because it's a Luc Besson film, and sometimes Luc gets into this.
Story.
It's a lot of substance. It's a lot of style over substance.
It's a love story.
Once again, like, it's got an aluminum foil wall because it looks nice. Substance wise, it's an aluminum foil wall. It's not stopping anybody.
To save the world, we're gonna have to kiss this girl.
Yeah, and that also was like, come on.
Yeah,
she
was like movie trope though.
She's like an element, like a weapon. We have to kiss her.
Yeah, it's
how you activate it.
It's like a Disney fairy tale.
She needs, she's a weapon. She needs love.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
that's how you load it.
Think about it in terms of like a Disney fairy tale, like the Sleeping Beauty.
It's a Disney movie. I would expect that, but this is.
And that's exactly this is why this movie is being like, this is what it is. And plus, I mean, the other undercurrent is like when she saw the war shit, she's like, yeah, war is bad, and it was fucking her up. And like, if she's gonna save humanity, she needs to be able to understand both sides of humanity. I'm not saying Sebastian kissed a girl, especially without her permission, when she's fucking asleep.
Yeah, it's like, I shouldn't.
Cool.
Let's talk about that, Bruce.
But the guy, he's like, I shouldn't have.
Like, what went through his head is like, oh, I need to wake her up.
You know what was funny too? He was like, what does he figured out her language? He's like, what does that mean? And the priest was like, never without my permission. And he was like, yeah, I thought so. He was like, yeah, context clues, but why would you think that was you sad fuck? Don't do that. Ectogamete.
But yeah, dude, Pat, if that's the whole thing is like some genres or like some movies, like they aim to break the rules. So like, yeah, you're right. Sci-fis are typically a certain way, but this one was like, what if a sci-fi was a Disney movie?
A good movie that breaks the rules is like Gone Girl.
Yes.
I haven't seen that, but I heard good things about
Gone Girl and Drive are 2 movies that are like, you think they're both about to be something. They're like, hey, fuck you.
Drive.
Okay, so listen. I have a plan right now.
Love Drive.
In my head, I have a plan. I'm about to write out the rest of these movies. I have a plan. Okay. I'm excited.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
We are going to.
Okay. Moon. Okay.
We're not going to do Moon.
Oh.
Not right now.
Okay.
Moon is on deck still. But what we're going to do, I don't know how. I don't know the rhyme or reason.
Okay.
Just roll with me. This next movie, we're watching Princess Bride.
Okay.
Why does everyone want to watch that fucking movie?
Everybody quotes the shit out of it.
We're watching Princess Bride. Here's the reason that got me to watch Princess Bride. Y'all met my cousin Ryan before, right? Mickey, the one with all the guns.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I am motherfucker. I was like, Princess Bride. He's like, bro, Princess Bride fucking slap. I was like, get the fuck fuck out of here. It's like, nigga, I know you don't like Princess Bride. He's like, what, you think I can't fucking like movies called Princess Bride? I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I think. And he's like, Princess Bride is good. And I watched it. I like Princess Bride. It is a great fucking movie.
This is Bria's dad's favorite movie. This man has threatened my life if I don't watch the movie.
Princess Bride slaps. Pat is already turned off because it's got the words princess and bride in it. Pat, that's a part of the joke.
Is it a period piece?
It
is. Is this like Miss Congeniality or whatever?
Miscongeniality?
Yeah.
Are you about to speak ill of Miscongeniality?
No, I actually like that movie.
That was pretty good, right?
Then yeah, you'll like Princess Bride.
That was a close one.
Hold on, I want to remember who made Princess Bride.
Disney.
Came out in '87.
Came out in '87.
Yeah.
This is not what's.
It's a Rob Reiner film.
Not animated.
Do you know Rob Reiner?
No, but I thought that one girl
This
was
guy?
in it. Yeah,
Put it on the Ritz. No.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
So, he's the dad in Wolf of Wall Street.
And something.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So
He's
all
also
right.
a new girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
not heard
we
that.
got that. All right. It's fucking Throp. Come on. Trust me on this.
Rob Reiner, her dad? Is that? Yeah. He also fucking directed that movie with the famous quote where he's like,
Stand by me.
"You want the truth? You can't handle the truth."
Oh yeah,
That was him.
A Few Good Men.
I don't know.
No, not A Few Good Men.
I don't know if he directed that, but he had something to do with that scene because I was watching an interview and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's the guy."
All right. So listen. All right, because we don't put nothing on this bitch that sucks. You will watch Princess Bride. I will not have you now. If you don't watch Princess Bride, you better figure it out the morning before. You better figure it out the night after.
You have to stand with your face facing the wall for the whole segment.
All right, before we watch the movie and before we end, what do you guys think Princess Bride's going to be about?
I think. Well,
This is 1987.
should I give my prediction before or after the contextual clues we just got?
Give it before.
Before, I just thought it was like a really well told kind of a period piece romantic story.
Okay, Spidey.
By just judging book by cover, I was thinking it's like oh my god, what is the other one? The Princess Diaries.
Okay.
So you said this came out in 97, right?
87.
87. I feel like this one's pretty much about the real Princess Diana, and then maybe her. They're not taking some of her stuff and making a story about her.
Okay.
What kind of a movie is it?
With contextual clues, I think it's going to be a really well told romantic story period piece, but it's self-aware, so it's going to poke fun at itself.
I'm thinking it's going to be like Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I think it's going to be like trope.
Are you saying that because Carrie Ewes is in it? Carrie Ewes?
I don't know who anybody is in it at all.
What? The guy Robin Hood, motherfucker.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yes.
From and also Saw 1.
Well, then I would definitely think.
I'm just going to give you this description. The Princess Bride is a 1987 American fantasy adventure comedy film directed and co-produced by Rob Reiner, starring Carrie Ewes, Robin Wright, who is from...
No shit!
Yeah.
House of Cards.
House of Cards. Mandy Patinkin, who is from... He's in damn it, what's that one show?
Stuff.
That's mean to the Muslims and the one girl's crazy in it. She's all like, oh my God, they gotta do an explosion and I gotta stop them.
Homeland?
Homeland. There you go.
Wow, what?
I didn't watch that show. I just knew what you were talking about.
That description just kept getting more and more on the nose.
Wallace Shawn, Andre the fucking Giant.
Damn,
What? Go watch the
RIP.
fucking movie.
Is this the movie with the
R.I.P.
Montoya quote where he's like, "My father" or something?
Seems like it's persisted throughout fucking history that you know about things that watch it.
Yeah, I mean it's a heavily quoted movie. It's a heavily it's a cult following movie for sure.
If we do this movie, man, I get to pick a movie, man.
No,
Pat, you will indeed get to pick a movie.
I want to pick a rom-com.
not ever.
You want to pick a rom-com?
This is rom-com, so I want to pick a rom-com.
Okay,
You can pick 50 First Dates?
Can you
Nope.
tell us which one?
I got to think about it because I watched a lot of rom-coms. There's a lot of good ones out there.
Let's do This Is 40.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nah. I got another one. I'm thinking about maybe...
Serendipity.
No, not even thinking
Forgetting
that
Sarah Marshall.
one. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's one of Marquette's favorites.
But there's another rom-com. I'll get you guys a rom-com.
All right,
Failure to
well-
Launch is really good.
Spanglish.
Failure to Launch.
Ooh, Spanglish. All right, listen. Because we're doing this, I guess Pat now gets a pick. But I'm writing out I got the movies. I'm going to put them all into a little list so that there'll be a little tiny calendar, at least for the next month. That's it, y'all. I think we're getting
Well,
up.
you want to tell them what the movies are? Because they'll probably want to be able to see the calendar. So
Oh,
they
I
can
know.
follow.
I'm going to tell them that I haven't made the calendar yet. I'm going to go sit at my desk and do that now. So we're gonna watch Princess Bride. Are y'all excited at least?
Yeah.
I've
heard a lot about this movie.
I've always wanted to get around to it because I know how popular it is.
Yeah.
Something about Mary. Yeah. All right. Well, look, y'all, we're getting out of here. Stick around for the raid. Make sure you tell them the normies send their regards. This one was a much more well put together podcast than the last time where we talked about porn for 30 minutes. So I think we consider this one a success.
Sometimes you got to go off the cuff, you know?
Yeah,
it's
keep them on their toes.
That's the, you got to let the energy flow where it may.
It was valuable information.
The porn one probably got us a lot of views, though.
And sometimes it goes to, or it got us super blocked.
All right. Raid. Bye, y'all.
Hey,
Raid. How much stomach hurts?
Talking Normies Podcast.